Hello everyone and welcome to another Balance Your Productivity live broadcast here every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. GMT as we are now. If you want to find out more about these sessions or you're watching the recording, then do like and follow my Facebook page and you'll get the notifications of when I go, and you'll also be able to catch up on the recording after the broadcast. So thank you for watching, and do feel free to share this and watch any of the previous videos if you've missed any in the series. Each week I share information on a particular topic that relates to how you can work your life, so that I can help you to both improve your productivity and live your life in a more balanced way. If you are watching, I'm happy to answer any questions as we go, or feel free to pop something in the comments and I can questions later. So my name is, I'm a time management and productivity coach, helping you to maintain and improve your productivity. If you're feeling you're spending too much time at work and you're working to live rather than living to work, then you might want to have a look at different ways of working, how you use your time so you can live more balanced, naturally balanced. This week's topic I wanted to discuss is around money, making the most of your money and your finances. Money is probably the second most important resource after time. We can't make more time, but we can make more or earn. So think about what money means to you. How good are you with money? Do you spend less than you earn? Or is it about the same? Or do you not actually know what the balance is? Do you just pay the bills as they come in, or pay your credit cards as and when? Understanding of where that balance is. Is money a source of stress to you? Particularly have enough debts on your credit cards, which are more than you can handle. And sometimes we need to be really honest with our financial situation and then just putting our head in the sand and hoping it'll all go away. Do you manage to save any money? When times are hard, we don't save a huge amount, but it's always useful to have a pot of money that is there for expenses that we perhaps don't expect, rather than sticking it on a card and then not being able to pay that off. Do you tend to spend for the long term or the short term? We could probably all benefit from improving our finances and just taking a look every now and then. Overspending may be something that you do every now and then, or it may actually be a pattern behaviour and something that you would like to change or that you need to change. So think about what beliefs you hold and the effect that they have on your current money habits. Our beliefs and spending habits tend to develop in childhood, from taking the way our parents and the people around us and society in general. And that's where we sort of pick up our relationship with money. You either carry on with similar behaviours or you learn good habits in the same way that I often talk about time habits, or you have a good understanding of money and finances. So being able to review your income and your outgoings on a regular basis is just general good practice. So thinking about how you spend your money, where it goes, and if there is an imbalance. And your own business, then exactly the same. So in one of the earlier sessions, I talked about the value of time and knowing your hourly rate that relates to how much you can earn or how much you are earning, which also gives you an idea of your earning potential and whether your income balances your outgoings. So thinking about how much you could save knowing how much you have coming in, knowing how much is going out, and if there are any things that you're perhaps paying for that you no longer use. It's something that happens quite often when you actually go through, if you do go through your bank statements on a regular basis, to look at something and think, well, I haven't actually used that for a while, or I'm no longer using it, or I'd forgotten that I subscribed to it. And I had that with a client I'm working with at the moment, who actually went through and reviewed all their incomes and outgoings and what they're paying for, and actually managed to save themselves over £200 a month. So that's a fairly significant saving just by taking the time to review their financial situation, what's going in and out. And if you're not in the habit of doing that, or you're not particularly good with numbers and figures, there's lots of help information out there. There are resources and templates that can help you pull that information together, just to give you that high level view. So this week's action point is about, if you want to make a difference to your finances, then you do need to start taking action. Think about where your money is going and how you feel about money financially. Good starting point is to write a money diary you're spending over the course of the following week, from the smallest amount to the biggest bills or the regular bills that you pay. We tend to forget about those amounts that go into buying a coffee, buying a newspaper, buying a snack, but it can all add up. So if you are finance money is going, actually writing everything down is really going to help you realise it goes on a weekly, if not daily basis. So all those coffees, the snacks, any bus fares, any spending on food throughout the week, and just an idea of where that money is going. If you don't know the figures already, then you can also sit down and work out what your monthly expenditure is. So all of your basic outgoings, what does it cost you to live? So your utilities, all your other household bills, any insurance that you pay, food, groceries, household expenses. Gather all your bank statements, your credit cards, and any bills together, and put it into a spreadsheet, or as I said, one of the templates, or perhaps your bank account even enables you to do this. So you get a really good idea of what your monthly spending is. And actually, this is something that's really useful to know, that if you were to lose a job, or if you're your business, you had a lean month or 2 months, how much do you actually need to survive on? The idea of creating an emergency fund, or a sort of contingency fund that allows you to put aside amount of money, your bills, the basics, your basic outgoings are going to be covered for a period of 2 or 3 months, should that need arise. And also something to tap into if there's an emergency and you quickly need some cash, rather than relying on credit cards or going into no overdraft. So if you want to reduce your outgoings, as you review your bank statement and credit cards, there may be things that come up that you think, well, I really don't need that, or I could cut back on that, or perhaps I could reduce that amount by changing to a different provider, or things like, car insurance, those sort of standard things that we have, and even our utility bills. There are potentially better deals out there than the one we're on, so always looking around and getting money. And a lot of people will do that and save £100, £200, £300, if not a year, perhaps even a month. So if you were to check current money habits, and I can send you a copy of my free checklist. So either drop me an email or a message, and I'll also put a comment section below. And take some time this week to have a look at your finances, particularly in the run up to Christmas, when we've either been or not been saving, or we're more likely to run up our credit cards, and see if there are any small adjustments you can make that are actually going to save you money and improve the state of finances. So if you would like to find out more, or this is something in particular that you would like to work on, please do get in touch on my website, or you can drop me an email. And money is part of the time quiz. If you haven't had a look already and you would like to get an understanding of where your time habits are across the whole of your life, and money specs, then do have that, download it, and I can send you some free email feedback on that. So that's it for this week, and I hope that's been helpful. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.